Hey Beauts, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be testing out a new product. It's a foundation and everyone's been going obsessed with this, like they've been going crazy, and I've been wanting to try this out because it looks so good on people. And yeah, it is the Kat Von D Good Apple Balm. I'm so excited to try this out and show you what it looks like and tell you my thoughts and just give you little bits of close up so you can really see what the skin looks like with it on. And also I'm going to test it out for the whole day and come back and let you know what it looks like. So let's get into it. So today I'm going to be reviewing a foundation that's been going crazy over TikTok, and it's the Kat Von D Good Apple Skin Perfecting Balm. It's a balm and I love the name Good Apple. That is so like original, and the packaging is super cute. So I did get mine in light 21. I'm not too sure if this is going to be my shade, but I'm going to try it anyway. So this is what it looks like when it's out of the package. It's just a nice see-through plastic, and this plastic is recyclable. Everyone's been going like crazy over that bit just because it's so nice to know that you can recycle this. So this retails for £29 in the UK, and it does come in 40 shades. 40 shades. That is crazy. That is so many shades, which is so good, because I know some brands can come out with like 10 and you're like, I can't find my shade, but it's so good to know that she's got 40 shades out, so it'd be good for anyone that wants to try it. This foundation is made to give you a fast, lightweight, full coverage. So it's meant to feel like you're not wearing anything when you put it on. It's meant to look like skin once it's on as well, which we will find out soon. It also says this is a fresh matte foundation, which it says online that it's not meant to be dewy and it's not meant to be flat. It's just right. So it's just that in between. So it doesn't really have a smell, which is nice. And it literally looks like this. It looks like glass. Like, it looks fake looking. I want to touch it. Oh my god. That is so creamy, like almost like a liquid feeling. Like I'm hardly touching that, and that is crazy. Okay, so when you touch it, it does go a little bit lighter. I don't know if you can see that, but now I've like touched the top layer, it does look lighter, which I don't know if that's gonna be my skin color or it's gonna be a bit lighter now. But we will find out. So I have already done a bit of my brows, put in my 24-hour brow setter on, and now I'm gonna be putting some primer on by YSL, the Blur Primer. Absolute favorite. I will be buying a big version eventually. And I know this really works because I use it with my CC cream from Chanel, and it just looks amazing on the skin. So if this doesn't, then we know it's not this. I don't want to like ruin it, it's so pretty, but okay, right. So I'm going to be using my trusty Pat McGrath brush, and I'm just gonna like lightly tap it in. Okay, that is like paint. That is really nice actually. It feels really nice on the skin. Like, it doesn't feel like you're putting anything on your skin. It literally feels like I'm just moving the brush on my face, which is nice. I think that's actually a really good colour. Okay, I'm actually really happy with myself. Okay, I'm just gonna get a bit more. So it does say this is a buildable coverage, which I don't know if you would need, because this is actually really full coverage. I don't know if you can see that. You can definitely see that. It also says it's not cakey and it has no flashback, which we will find out, and it's apparently it lasts all day, which I'm gonna test out for you guys as well. It literally feels like I'm putting nothing on my face. I don't even feel like I need to blend or anything. Feels like almost like I'm putting powder on my face. I don't know. It feels actually really weird compared to normal foundations. So I'm just gonna do half my face just to like see the difference. And this is literally just like, I'm not even like swirling or anything. I'm just like dabbing my brush in, and it's actually getting quite a lot out. It also says this foundation covers blemishes and a discoloration, which we shall see once I've popped it all over my face. So whilst I was reading the description, it did say it's meant to minimize the appearance of your pores to make your skin look really smooth. And just looking at my skin right now, I think it has definitely done that, which is quite nice. I feel like most foundations do that anyway, but if you just like compare this side of my pores to this side, you can't really see anything. But this is this side, and I do believe it does look like skin once it's on, because it doesn't even look like I've got anything on, which is crazy. And if I touch it, it doesn't feel tacky or anything, but it does come off a little bit. It says it's infused with apple extract just to nourish the skin and hydrate it as well, which is very interesting because I don't know any foundations that have apple extract in, which is quite cool considering how this foundation's working as well. And it still leaves a glow on the skin, which isn't dewy but isn't cakey, and I'm actually just like, this is the most like weirdest foundation I've used. Like the texture feels almost dry whilst applying it because it doesn't feel like you put anything on, but it's meant to hydrate your skin apparently. So we're gonna test that out during the day, see if it gets any oiliness or just doesn't sit right. So I don't know if you can see this, but it does look a little bit dry just around my nose. Like it's just picking it up a bit more. And a little bit in between my brows as well. Like I kind of don't want to powder it just in case it makes it look worse. That is it. This is literally, I haven't even used anything of it, which is amazing. So this foundation is for people with balanced to dry skin, which I say I do have dry skin, to be honest. And it has picked it up just a little bit around my nose. Not that much, but we're just gonna finish my makeup and see what it looks like after. But it also says people with oily skin can use it as well. So I'm gonna be going in with some concealer now using my Cover FX in G Light 1. I'm just gonna pop some under my eye. So this is just gonna test if this foundation works well with other products. So this side looks so airbrushed once putting that concealer on top of it. This side, it's tried to take the foundation off just a little bit whilst applying this, but I was only dabbing, and just like here, it's just took it off the tiniest bit, but you can't really tell that much, but it is a little bit annoying. And then for some powder, I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty Bake Powder. And then I'm going to go in with my cream bronzer just to contour my face and bronze up a little bit. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be using my Hoola from Benefit. I'm just using this to set it but also darken it a little. Then for some blush, I'm going to be using my P. Louise base in Classy. So I'm just going to mix this in with my bronzer. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be using my OFA highlighter in Radio Drive, and it just looks like this. I'm not going to use too much, just a little bit for like a natural glow. And then to just make my face feel a little bit more hydrated, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray 3-in-1. Just because it is looking a little bit dry, especially around the nose. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm not feeling it. So I'm just going to spritz it before putting mascara on. And then for mascara and eyelashes, I'm going to be using my They're Real Magnet Mascara by Benefit, and my unicorn lashes in Stormy. Now my makeup is fully complete and I'm just gonna let you get a close look. So it's not my favourite, I'm just gonna be real with you, just because my skin does look a little bit dry than usual, like around my nose, like here and here, looks really dry, and usually it doesn't. I have, like, in the past it has looked like this because I do have dry skin, but I have been able to get under control lately, and with my CC cream that I use from Chanel, it does look really nice and it doesn't look like this. And putting stuff on top of this can take it off a little bit, even if you're just dabbing and trying not to move it underneath, it does come off a little bit. Like this area here and this area here, it just kind of took it off a little, but it's not noticeable overall. Like, I don't know if you can see it, like, just looking at me, but if you do look closely you can see it. And also when it says it has apple extract to nourish the skin and make it hydrated, it doesn't feel hydrating whatsoever to me, to be honest. It feels really dry. My skin feels like it needs like 2 pints of water just to refreshen it right now. I did even use some setting spray just to like make it feel a little bit hydrated, which it didn't really help. And usually I don't use it setting spray anyway, just because my makeup stays in place and it feels nice and creamy and not dehydrated. But this time it does, which I don't like the feeling of, to be honest, and I can just see it a little bit around the nose, but it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on my face. It feels really lightweight, which it says it would be, and it was full coverage. Like, it really covered any discoloration and blemishes that I have, which is really nice. So I do agree with that bit. It's just the hydration bit and how it's good for dry skin, because I feel like it does cling to the dry skin a little bit. But anyway, I'm gonna go off and give it quite a few hours. I'm gonna go out for a walk with my sister and then come back, do some chores and let you know how it's getting on, see if it's sitting well and how it's looking. So I'll be right back. I don't know if you can realise or not, but I have took my hair extensions out just because I start getting a bit of a headache with them in, so I might look a little bit different. Okay, so I'm back. So it's been about 5 hours or just over now. I was gonna wait for a bit longer, but I thought there was no point just because of how it looks, and yeah, it should definitely last longer than 5 hours, and it definitely hasn't. So I'm just gonna come a bit closer for you. So it looks very cakey right now, and also oily. Like, if you touch it, it will come off. And as you can see on my forehead, just from when I keep like moving my hair off my face from the wind and like putting it behind my ears, it has taken it off my forehead from just like touching my hair. And if you have a look where my pores are, you can actually kind of see them. Like, you can see like dots on my face where my pores would be. So it's kind of just exaggerated it a bit more, which it shouldn't. It just keeps moving on the face. It doesn't seem to like stay still. It's literally just moving all the time. And this is after 5 hours. So for my final thoughts, I am going to say it does look really pretty when you first put it on, and it'd be good for like maybe quick photos and stuff like that. But I did have like a little issue with it like clinging to my dryness around my nose when I don't really have that much dryness, and also it just felt really dry. And now after 5 hours, it just seems to be not oily looking, but it does come off if you like accidentally touch your face, and it just looks a bit cakey now. There is better foundations out there that will help you and work with you for hours on end, but this foundation is not it if you want to use it for long term. I feel like this foundation is raved a lot about just because of the texture. It's so unique. It's no one's ever made a foundation like that, I don't think. It's just so weird. If you want to try this, I would say go for it, just because it's so different compared to other foundations, and you might want to get a feel of what it's like, what people are talking about. And the texture of it is really crazy, because when you are touching it, it feels like liquid, and then when you put it on your face, it feels quite dry, and also like you're not putting anything on your face, like you're almost putting like powder on your face. I feel like it's just hyped for the texture of it and how it feels on the skin, not for the wear and the look of it. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to this foundation. I probably won't buy it again. I don't think I'm gonna use it again, to be honest, just because I have foundations that sit perfectly all day. Even when I first put it on, I don't really need this foundation in my life, just because I've got better ones. I know some people out there were really excited to find out what this was like and for me to review it, and I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but it's just not the one. Like, the texture is so cool and different and weird, but it just doesn't look great on the skin after a few hours. But I hope this helps you out, and I hope you decide whether you're gonna buy it or not, just to try it out, or just wear it for like a short period of time. But thanks for watching if you got this far, and please hit the subscribe and thumbs up button, so it really helped me out, and leave a little comment down below if you want. And also check out my Instagrams and TikTok down below. I've got my main Instagram and my makeup Instagram. My main one just has like friend photos and like my outfits and stuff like that. Yeah, thanks for watching, Beauts. Bye.